Hi friends, welcome back to our Townie Genetics Challenge. Today, we are going to be in Windenburg. We are working our way slowly through the worlds. We have done Willow Creek, we have done Oasis Springs, and now we are moving on to the wonderful Windenburg. Disclaimer that Windenburg is the largest world that a pack has ever graced us with, okay? Because of that, there are a lot of townies. So this one might be a little bit longer, a little bit more work. But what we're going to do, like we typically do, I'm going to take Caitlin Jolene here, my sim self. I say that lightly because I don't know how to make a sim self. And she is adorable and a little bit cuter than, it's fine. Anyways, we're going to be taking Caitlin Jolene and we are going to be putting her into each household, working with the genetics of any adults or young adults or elders even of age sims in those households and seeing which sim in which world makes the best looking babies. Okay. It's for science. I swear. Anyways, but let's get started. Why don't we? We're going to start up here with the Munch household. And just so we can have a little bit of insight, I don't know a lot about the Windenburg townies, so I feel like we need to do this together. Okay. So raising 3 kids is never easy, particularly when one refuses to move out of the house and one is a gloomy rebel. But Mila Munch is nothing if not dedicated to her family, and her sweet little Lucas always cheers her up after a hard day of restaurant work. So we have Mila Munch and we have Gunther Munch. Both of those sims, I think Mila is an adult and Gunther is a young adult. Those are the 2 sims that we can use in this household. So let's hop on in and see what we kind of can come up with. All right, so we do have Mila here, who is the adult, and like I thought, Gunther. Gunther is the young adult. We also have Wolfgang. If you have high school years, Wolfgang is very often the bully, canonically, because he is evil, I believe, or he's mean. Sorry. And then Lucas as well. So those 2 are underage, will not be part of this experiment. So let's start with Caitlin here. We are going to do some genetics with Mila Munch, a teen, a female, and on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. I like it. I like that a lot of it is Mila's, oh my God, the teeth, we got to fix those. Mila's face shape, but I think we're getting a couple things. I think maybe just Caitlin's eyes and freckles actually. But once again, okay, we are now in our 3rd video. If every single sim has freckles, what the fuck? Is it that strong? I feel like freckles aren't that strong genetically. Like it just really isn't. Oh, I didn't mean to make her hairless. Okay. Okay, so we use the same skin details and eyelashes every single time. So we're going to go with mint. And we are going to go with our this one and the 4th one. Yes. I don't know which one this is. Version 2 Kajiko. It's fine. Mint and then that. And then what else? Oh, that's it. Okay. I'm also going to fix up the teeth. Oh, those are dentures. We don't need dentures. Just a little bit. And then we can kind of do a little bit of finessing. So I'm going to do the hair. I'm going to do the eyebrows. I'll probably do another ponytail look. Oop, I did not mean to do that. And I'm going to fix the eyebrows up and give her a little outfit and we'll chat. Okay. Because Mila is an adult, the Sims team gave her the hair that has the gray, highlights coming through. I'm going to change it to the standard brown because obviously this sim is not an adult. It's a teen. So I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. Let's do that. And now I can do a little outfit. I'm trying not to use CC on any of the outfits. I can't help it on the hair and the eyebrows and skin details and stuff. That's just, it's part of who I am. Okay. But as far as the outfits go, I'm trying to teach myself to use some of this Maxis content because I tend to forget it exists. Okay. I tend to forget. Okay. Mila Jr. is done. This dress I saw randomly. It's from City Living. I was like, you know what? That's giving teen. And I kind of am obsessed with it. I like the statement belt. It's very fun. The little flats are what, she already aged up with. And I just changed the color a little bit. We have a party animal clumsy with the party animal aspiration. I'd say all in all pretty successful. Definitely Caitlin's eyes, but the rest of the face I genuinely think is straight Mila. And once again, I love a little hooked nose like this. What a fun detail. I always struggled to make the shapes of noses look like this in the game. And so when they come like this automatically with townies, it's a nice way to kind of change up the genetic pool a little bit. I don't love having all my sims look identical, It's this is a fun change. I do enjoy the nose shape a lot. The face is very round. That's just Mila's face. But when you turn, it looks much thinner. The bone structure is just a little interesting. I don't quite know how to describe it, right? It's very fun. I also really enjoyed the chin. I really like the chin. Opposite of the classic Sims chin. Okay. But now we're going to start working with Gunther here. And 1, 2, 3. Is that just Caitlin? Is that just Caitlin with Gunther's face or Gunther's like head shape? I fear it is. Well, we'll keep it, but I have a feeling this is not what the other Gunther looked like. I don't remember though. It's been a long time since I've done that one. Full transparency, I haven't recorded this series. Oops, wrong one. It's currently December 6th. I haven't recorded this series since September. I just realized I probably took her skin detail off. Did I? On accident? I did. Oh my gosh, the princess. I just realized I had her skin detail off because I used the wrong lashes. I'm so sorry. If anybody was screaming at their screen to be like, you fix it. I'm sorry. I fixed it though. I fixed it. You're welcome. Anyways, back to Gunther. I love this hair already. Let's check out the teeth though. This is a fun little test too, is how often do they age up with shark teeth? Not shark teeth. Iconic. I'm just going to fix up the eyebrows. I'm probably going to keep the hair. I think the hair is very cute. I just want the eyebrows to be one of my CC options. A short little brow would be nice. Oh, that is the opposite of a short little brow, Caitlin. That is a very large brow. And then a little outfit. This hair is custom content by A. Harris. Oh, Brittany, the collab, the AA collabs that they do every year. But let me come up with a little outfit here and I will check back in a 0.2 seconds, truly. Okay, Gunther Jr., I accidentally gave a bit of a horse girl energy. All I did was change the shirt, realized this cool belt buckle existed and was like, you know what? Horse girl. So dog lover, competitive, and championship rider, that is Gunther Jr. And I would say out of the two, Gunther Jr. is very, very pretty. I'm very into like the tighter face, like shape. My face is much longer, more oval. This is much more of like a circle and it's very squished. And I do think that's very, very cute. I think that my biases are kind of gonna show themselves here because I really like the way that Caitlin Jolene looks. I think she's a little like cartoonish characterized, right? But very cute. And Gunther Jr. is just Caitlin with a smaller face. So this one's a tough one to kind of have a competition with because obviously I liked my sim. That's why I made them, you know? But I do really enjoy the combination of features here. This one is a better mix. And I do enjoy that as well. So let's hop into the next household. We'll chat about it at the world view because once again, I don't know Windenburg Townies. Underrated pack, right? All right. We have the free spirits in this household over here up in the Winslar neighborhood. Bookish Mikey and artsy Ulrike, I don't know how to pronounce these names, aren't materialistic, but even these two roommates admit they could use a few upgrades around the house. Will Mikey be able to sell a few stories, or will Ulrike finally put out a painting that meets her exacting standards? So we have Mikey and Ulrike. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say that. If I'm wrong, don't yell at me, okay? Also, it's 6 p.m. and I'm drinking coffee. I couldn't get coffee before my daughter's basketball game today because I didn't want to make her late for her game. She had to be there 30 minutes early. And I was going to pull in at 10:58 without coffee. And I let myself get it in the afternoon. So now I have it to drink. It's fine. But we have Mikey. I don't know how to properly say this name. Mikey's face is very different than what I do for most of my Sims. The nose is kind of similar to Mila's, but the whole face is taken and like pulled out, right? So that's definitely something that might show up in our genetics, but also the eye shape is incredibly different than what I normally do. It also looks like it's struggling just because it is so, like, look at what is happening with like the eye depth here. I don't know. It feels like, you know, when you get to the edge of like pulling something and it starts to get like weird looking. That's kind of what's happening here. Like they tried to pull her eyelids out as far as possible and they just got like a little stretched. And then here is Ulrike or I don't know. But her face is really cool. I love the front facing, but also the like more straight nose. I'm really into the profile on this sim, so I'm very excited about it. So let's start with Mikey. I'm sorry. I'm going to just say it wrong the whole time. And you're just going to have to bear with me, okay? It's okay. We'll all be fine, right? All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is a really good example of combination genetics, though, because Caitlin's nose, obviously my fucking freckles, but also my profile more than Mike's. The chin is a little up there. I'm just gonna drag it down a hair. It did the classic like Sims chin of like right up, but we have the eyes and the lips from and like the roundness, I think maybe from Mike, but Caitlin's like jaw and length, I believe. So this is a good combo. Also, that makeup was actually kind of cute. I hate to say it, it was kind of cute. But let's add our standard stuff here. Like, how cute. I kind of like the drooping eye. I think I'm really into it. Uh-oh. Also, the poly on this shirt is absolute trash. What is this from? For Rent? Really? Look at the edge. Wow. I thought they had been stepping their game up, but oh, maybe I'm a liar. All right. I kind of like the eyebrows. I might keep them, but I'm going to give the teenager a more teenager hairdo. This is just not teen. This is very fanciful. It's like this, but actually this is even less fancy because of the like undercut here, you know? Anyways, we will fix her right up. I'm kind of super obsessed with this sim. Such a teen energy now that I updated her. So we have this gorgeous hair, which is just so teen and so cute with the little like curtain bangs. But then this like sweater with jeans and she's iconic. Snob, gloomy, and nerd brain aspiration on Miss Mikey Jr. I'm going to keep saying the names and it's going to keep upsetting people who know how to properly pronounce them. But you know what? I'm just a girl in what should be her dining room in her apartment building on a Saturday evening with no child at her house. And I don't know what it says. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm going to do. Got it? Sorry about it. Kind of. Not really. Okay. And on to the next one. It is fine. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I like it. Is this just the mom, though? Maybe I have to fix it. Hold on. Is that just her? No, I think those are Caitlin's lips. Yeah, those are Caitlin's lips. Okay, we do have a combo here. Eyes, nose, face shape from Ulrich. And then mouth, obviously the freckles, and the eye color are definitely from me. But let's do our classic here. All right, eyebrows. I'm going to give... Yeah, there we go. We'll do a little short hairdo because we did have like the whole bowl cut action going on. But let's do something kind of short. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, we might be going alternative with this sim. I'm kind of into this right now. Let me see what I can come up with for an outfit. I don't know. I'm kind of obsessed with this sim. I picked that hair and everything changed for me. Like truly everything changed. So I just picked a random aspiration. I don't think this really fits the vibe, but we do have a romantic mystical sim. Ulrich Jr. Look at the hair. It's so good on her. This entire vibe, as soon as I put the hair on, I was like, alt. And I'm obsessed. I think they are so cool. Okay, so we have Mikey and Ulrich, which I think this might be my favorite sim so far. This is by far my favorite sim so far. Oh, I love. Okay, I have to move on, but oh my God, that was a huge win. Okay, I'm proud of myself. Moving along. The last family up in this Winslow neighborhood is the Fires. And if you don't know the Fires, you probably do, because Moira, if you ever do any clubs like the gardening club, Moira's the head of that club. But also Dominic, I feel like, is pretty well known. But also their daughter Siobhan is a young adult. So we can mix genetics there. Siobhan is beautiful. But let's read their little description here. Things couldn't be better between lovebirds Dominic and Moira. Too bad the same can't be said for their daughters. Free spirit Morgan just wants to have fun with her renegade friends, but Siobhan can't stand that attitude. Siobhan is determined to build a network of popular friends who can help her career aspirations. Will Siobhan move out on her own before the tension in the house explodes? Oh, wow. I didn't know Siobhan existed. Can I be perfectly honest with you? I always knew Morgan existed. I actually think Morgan is beautiful. I love Morgan. I didn't know Siobhan existed until I did this the first time. And I was like, wait, who is this sim? Oh, and they're a young adult? No clue. I had no clue. But damn, is she pretty. I'll show you. I'll show you. This is Siobhan. She is so stinking cute. Her little lips are so cute. I just love her. She's so adorable. So super excited. We have Siobhan here. We have Moira and we have Dominic. So we do have 3 options for Sims at the moment, which is very fun for us. Let's start with Dominic here. We'll go with Dominic, teen, girl, and 1, 2, 3. Why the whitewashing? I gotta change the skin tone. I'm sorry. I can't. Drives me nuts that the skin tones are so different from the people that we are making the children with. I just want a mixed kid. There we go. That feels like that's Siobhan's skin tone too. So I actually like that a lot. But the Karen haircut has got to go. Definitely a lot of Dominic. We have nose and mouth are Dominic and I think jaw shape. But the actual eyes and the freckles are all Caitlin, plus the hair color, which is very interesting. I haven't had a klepto in ages. Okay, Dominic Jr., I picked this hair out and I was like, wow, that's gorgeous. The curls are giving almost like mixed texture hair. I feel like a little bit more volume, a little bit more depth to them. But this sim is beautiful. I really like the large lips and the nose. I very much enjoy it. I think that, I mean, classic, right? All people are like, the big lips are so cute, but what a fun way to like incorporate some of Caitlin's features onto a more mixed child. Also, sorry about the skin tone, but I was going to change it. Okay. I'm sick of all of my Sims randomizing with the whitest of white skin tones when they're mixed. Okay. I had to help. It's unfair, but that's not the Sims' fault. I think they just randomize it. The skin tones are always weird. Even if you mix it with 2 white people, the skin tones are terrible. Okay, but look at how cute this sim is. I'm very, very, very into this sim. Also, such a classic teenager, truly. And now we have the one, the only Moira. 1, 2, 3, redhead. Damn it. 4. Yes! I just wanted a redhead. I'm selfish, okay? There's not a lot of redheads. Okay, I just wanted a redhead. Is that too much to ask? But this is Moira Jr. It looks a lot like Caitlin. Oop, no chin. Let's just fix that. Looks a lot like Caitlin, but I really wanted the red hair. The other sim I think was a better mix, but I want the red. Okay, you can't judge me for that. There it is, our first shark teeth of the day. We can give her braces. Should have known it was happening soon. We had too many without shark teeth. We obviously had to get it. That's how it works. Maybe we just go with this bun with like some flyaways. Yeah, we can go with this bun. That's fine. I'm struggling with the hair. I just can't find one that I really am into. So we're going to go with that. You're also a horse girl, it seems. No, we can't have that many of them. That'd be crazy. Ooh. Yep. That dress. Look at the hips. Does Moira have some beautiful hips? This might be all Moira body. Those hips are... Does Moira have those gorgeous hips? Yeah, she does. Oh my gosh, no wonder. Wow. What nice hippies. I love that. Yeah, let's go with that sneaker. Okay. Moira Jr. is a cutie patootie. However, in order to get the red, I did kind of make it on accident that all of the features were a lot of Caitlin. The actual jaw and like face shape must just be neither of them, actually. Yeah, that's a classic disappearing chin for you, but that's okay. Let's add now the wonderful Siobhan. I am so excited for this one. 1, 2, 3. Why are we whitewashed? I'm going with this sim. I want the skin tone variation, okay? I make the rules. You don't. Hee hee. I'm so excited. Oh, I love her already. You know what hair I want to put on this sim is the one from Enchanted by Nature. I do want to. Love it. I love it. Okay, we got to do thin brows. Yeah, that works. So the face shape is very, very much Siobhan. I do think that the eyes are Caitlin's plus the freckles. I mean, all Sims have freckles at this point. It's just part of the process. But the Sim is so cute. Great. So we have Dominic, we have Moira, and we have Siobhan. I was biased from the start, but I think Siobhan's cutest. I love Siobhan. And also her genetics are just so cute. Look at her. Look at this Sim. She's a little cutie patoot. I can't help it. Okay, I'm biased. So me. It's fine. Now, we've gone through this entire neighborhood and there's still 3 more. However, only 2 of them have Sims in them, which is great for us. We're going to hop on down this way into the Old Plots neighborhood where we have the party house and the bear house. Party house has 4 Sims that we can create children with. And then the bear house has 1. Not too shabby. This area over here is where we start to get a few more options in here. So we got a couple more waiting out this way. But yes, we only have a couple in this little section, which isn't too bad. Let's start with Party House. This is a collection of 4 Sims that you might know well. Personally, the one that I know the most, Marcus Flex. Okay, Marcus Flex is in the Party House household in Windenburg. Classic Sim. Jade Rosa is another one, as well as Paolo, but I never see Eva anywhere, unless I just forget about her and don't notice that she's there, but I feel like I never see her. But let's read this panel. Drink, flirt, dance, repeat. Jade, Eva, and Paolo jumped at the opportunity to explore the world and set up the ultimate crib in Windenburg as soon as Marcus extended the invite. And the party hasn't stopped since. Drama is never far behind when they're together, and they're always together. With only 1.5 jobs between the 4 of them, how in the world do they manage to pay their bills? Working with this one takes a little bit of finessing because there are 4 adults. As soon as I add Caitlin in, now there's 5, and you can only have 8 in a household. So I'll have to do maybe 2 of them, move 2 out, and then do 2 more. Okay, let's start with the ladies. We have Eva, we have Jade, Marcus, and Paolo. Paolo is a classic hot Sim that people love. So let's see if the genetics actually live up to the hype. Eva here is gorgeous. I think Windenburg Townies are a great example of like more extreme profiles and Sim creation from the Sims team, because a lot of the Sims now in the packs are much more subtle, right? And I just find that these profiles are so vastly different than everything we've seen so far. And it is kind of fun to play with those genetics because I never even look at these Sims truly. So let's start with Eva, teen girl, and 1, 2, 3. Yes, it's a combo. I need to get rid of this makeup though. This is crazy. And the hair, to be honest. Is it even a combo or is this just Eva? This might just be Eva. Oh, it's literally just Eva with Caitlin's eye color and freckles. You know what? That's fine. I'll take it. I like it. The amount of times that I see those fucking shark teeth in these videos is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. Unflirty genius. Let's go with outdoor enthusiast. This is Eva Jr. I really like this from, is this from Adventure Awaits? It is. Sorry, I just choked on nothing. I went to inhale and I was like, and so I'm slowly still dying a little bit. But look at how cutesy Eva is. The mouth being so high up is interesting to me. In an ideal world, I would drop it down just a little bit, just to kind of balance the face a little bit more. But also that's not how her face shape is. So I'm not going to change it. I just was, you know, it is quite tight there, which is something that I didn't notice about Eva originally. It might be because the makeup, her like lipstick. But yeah, the Sim is a cutie. It's just Eva with Caitlin's eyeballs and freckles. And I am not mad at it at all, truly. And for the next lady in the house, we have Jade Rosa. Jade is gorgeous, so I'm very curious about this. We have 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that is Jade's face Oh, look at the little cuties. Look at that. Isn't that so interesting how they kept in the Windenburg Townie specifically, they pulled the face so far forward. But the mouth shape and the eyes are Caitlin for sure. I used to love this shirt. When Get to Work came out and they came out with this shirt, oh my God, I was obsessed. Let's use it. Why not? Oh, with these little pants, actually, that's a really cute outfit. That's actually adorable. I hate the color of that blue on her, though. It matches so well, though. Let's do white. Let's just do the white. I feel like that's much better, at least. Oh, Jade Jr., you are a cute patoot. Art lover, clumsy. Oh, you can be a painter. Look at this little cutie patootie. I think, once again, I've really observed this video and this time around, the difference in the profiles of the Sims in the Get Together expansion pack versus the base game. Super interesting. And I'm having a good time that plus the little dimples are so stinking cute. So that's Jade Jr. I'm going to hop out. I'm going to switch these Sims out so we can come back and do the Dominic and the Paolo. So I'm going to return with a few less Sims in the household. Nobody panic. They are still alive. They're just waiting to be talked about at the end of the video. Right? All right. We are back and we're ready to make some babies with Marcus Flex. The one, the only Marcus. 1, 2, 3. I fully anticipated the Sim being so pale that when they randomized with a good skin tone, I like fully froze. I was like, wait, I don't have to react to this. So this is Marcus Jr. Marcus Jr. is just Marcus. I actually don't see, other than freckles and eye color, anything from Caitlin. Truly. Not a single thing. And I'm not that mad at it. I am going to help the chin though, because it did disappear a little bit. And look at how stinking cute. You know what? I'll do this hair. It still has the bun or the updo bun. It doesn't have micro bangs, but it has some pieces, right? And I think it's really cute. Honestly, I also really like this outfit. I'm just going to change the shoes because I don't know many teens that are wearing wedges to high school. All right, we have Marcus Jr. and now on to Paolo. I have to say it that way. I think because it reminds me of Lizzie McGuire. But let's see. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's a good combo. Skin tone is neither there though, which is a little weird. But this is a good combo. A lot of Paolo. It's actually, I think, just Paolo. Is it my lips at least? It might be my lips. Yeah, it's my lips, but that is Paolo. I kind of am obsessed. I hate when the Sims look just like Caitlin. I do enjoy a mix, but I hate when they look just like me. Because then I'm like, well, this isn't the point of the challenge. All right, just a straight hair. I can do that. I can do that with a million options. So let's get ourselves a little good one here. I think I'm going to go with this. It's not as long as the other one, but I like it. Also, this outfit. Oh, that's CC. That matches so well, though. Probably goes with that, doesn't it? We're not going to wear that to high school, though, so I can pick something else here. But I really enjoyed that for the first look there. Paolo Jr. Chased by death and outgoing. Oof. That's rough out there. Paolo Jr. is quite the cutie. I think Jade might be my top in this household, but Paolo might be second. So I can see why people like Paolo, especially when you were doing like a let's play early on where you're trying to find a sim in the world to romance. I feel like Paolo does make sense now that I'm playing around with these genetics a little bit. But let's see what the Bear household has for us. Only one sim, Candy, I believe. And so let's go have some fun. The Bear household. I already added Caitlin in because I was ready. And then I realized I didn't read you guys the description. So Yuki and Candy recently inherited a quaint, modest home from their dearly departed grandma Bear. Geeky teen Yuki absolutely idolizes her cool DJ sister Candy. But Yuki's got some mad skills of her own. Sure, she may not be the edgy spin master Candy is, but she can annihilate anyone at Blick Block. She's also quickly becoming Windenburg's most infamous underground hacker. This is Yuki. You might have seen Yuki a few times around if you have high school years, like at the high school or something. The bright blue is a really fun hairdo, but Candy is who we actually want to mess around with, if you will. Let's see if we can get the blonde. I would love to have the blonde. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Did I cheat that a little bit? Maybe, but I wanted the blonde hair. What are you going to do about it? Sue me? It's my challenge. But this sim is definitely a combination. This is a really good mix of genetics as well, because although this might be Candy's nose, I do think that from the front, it looks a little bit like Caitlin's. We also have, I believe this might be maybe a combination of Caitlin and Candy's like jaw and chin with Caitlin's eyes. How cute. Look at those big eyeballs. Oh, whoa. What are you doing? Wait. I think I want the dye. Do I have it? Yes. 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 These are like aggressive colors. I like this one. I wanted to add the pink to her hair because I felt like it was so fitting because of Candy's hair. Oh, this is so fun. Sorry, I'm really proud of myself for that one. That was a great call, Caitlin. A little pat on the back for you, Miss Ma'am. This is so cute. It's from Get Famous. This must be for one of the jobs, but I love this outfit. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, this sim I'm having a lot of fun with right now. I can't believe I've never seen this outfit before. This is why I'm challenging myself to do this. But this is like Candy toned down. And I kind of love her. I kind of love her. Let's see. Animal enthusiast perfectionist. Nothing like Candy, it turns out. We might as well do country caretaker. Let's go full 180. Candy is a literal DJ. And Candy Jr. is like, I love cows. But look at how fun. This outfit is so cute for a teen. And now we are in our final neighborhood, the Crumbling Isle. This is the island in Windenburg. Great place. I love building on this lot right here, but also on any of them, really. This is such a fun little area. We have the Björgensens, the Villa Reals, and the Bros. Let's start with the Björgensens. We have Bjorn, Clara, Sophia, and Elsa. These two are obviously a teen and a child, so we'll only be working with the parents here, but teen musical prodigy Sophia has dreams. She's going to make it big. Not even her gloomy dad, perfectionist mom, or pesky genius kid sister can stop her from making her way to the top. So let's mix some genetics, why don't we? All right, we have Bjorn here and we have Clara. We have a couple blondie options. I'm excited. I hope we get some blondes. I won't force it this time, but I would like it. So we have 1, 2, 3. Damn it. I'm not going to force it, but I could have because number 2 was blonde. We get rid of some of these accessories. Me lady. The purple eyes. This just looks like Bjorn with my hair color and maybe my eye shape. Maybe. A disruptive lactose intolerant sim. How random. They can be a mansion baron. So this is Bjorn Jr. Very, very Caitlin. I gotta be honest. Not Caitlin, sorry. Very, very Bjorn. With maybe a touch of Caitlin's genes, but really I think it's just the eye shape and the freckles, obviously. Every time. Never fails. Freckles for days. I don't mind, but I just find it weird that it happens on every single sim. And now we are working with Clara. We have 1, 2, 3. Yes! Oh, I really wanted the blonde ones. I was going to go back to the blonde one. I was debating it, but I love that we got the blonde. This is just Clara. This is not Caitlin at all. Also, where'd your chin go? This is just Clara. I don't think Caitlin had a say in this child at all. This is a weird outfit. Okay, we're doing our best here. Let's go for fabulously wealthy. Both of these sims are just really into money. We have Clara here, who is really just Clara. And then we have Bjorn, who is really just Bjorn. But honestly, I like them both a lot. I really like the purple eyes on this sim. I think if this sim had the blonde hair, I would be super excited. Clara is giving like clueless, bad bitch, rich parents energy. My eye color, maybe. Yeah, my eye color. So Clara has blue or like gray blue. Then Bjorn has the purple. And next we're going to move into the bro household, which is Joaquin and Sergio. We have tech-savvy hunk Sergio and brash DJ Joaquin have little in common except for the finer things in life. As they climb the ranks and rake in the bucks, just how awesome can they make their sweet pad? Hoaquin here is probably one of my favorite faces to do the genetics with from the last round, I think, if I remember correctly. I might be horribly wrong, but I feel like I really enjoyed that sim, so I'm curious to see how it goes this time around. We have 1, we have 2, and we have 3. That's a cutie. That's a cutie. The eyebrows are a little crazy. We must admit to ourselves. Also, the body is very skinny, like unnaturally skinny, which is something the Sims team used to do all the time. I didn't realize how wide Hoaquin's jaw was. Oh, it is very square. Okay, I can see where it's coming from then. This is giving Cruella de Vil. I don't know why that's what I just thought of, but it's giving Cruella de Vil. Kind of love that. Let's go with that. I am a fan. I also kind of like this outfit. Did this sim just like randomize with the cutest outfit in the game? Hoaquin Jr. is kind of iconic. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what it is about this whole vibe that I'm just obsessed with. An erratic music lover? Yeah, say less. Musical genius. Dad's a DJ. Child is a musical genius with a little bit of erratic tendencies. We love it. Hoaquin Jr. Mwah. Gorgeous. All right, Sergio, you're up, buddy. Let's take a look at your features. Okay, we've got some strong features. Oh, and also the very pulled out profile again. But that nose is very strong. The lips are strong. The eyes are pretty far inset. We've got strong cheekbones. This could be a very interesting combination because Caitlin's features are much more like soft and almost like rounded out a lot of the time. So I wonder how this is going to combine. I am very excited. 2, 3. I don't feel like his nose is that short. It must be, but I didn't notice that when I looked at him. His nose doesn't look short at all. Oh, I guess it's short in comparison to the whole length of the face. Okay, yeah. I am wrong. I do think that now that I'm looking at the nose, it is a little bit higher up on the face. So once you change the face shape a little bit, it pulls it up even higher. That makes total sense to me. I was just shocked at first because I didn't think that was how it was going to look. Like the nose being so high. Just didn't seem like that was what Sergio's nose was, but I am wrong. I don't know why I want to do this. This is so random. Sergio has like a light blue. Maybe we go for let's go for the blonde. Yeah, let's give like a little blonde streak. I like it. Sergio Jr. is done. I do think this is a lot of Sergio. Lips, nose, face might be Caitlin, but definitely Caitlin's eyes. And the freckles, of course, because why wouldn't they? But, you know, I like this sim a lot. I do think the Hoaquin Jr. is my preferred sim in this particular instance, other than the body shape. I think that this Sergio Jr. has a great body, like, because this is just the classic, like, Sims making unrealistic body standards kind of vibes, but not this Sim's fault, just the game's fault. And now we have our last sim to make. Oh my God, our last one. I'm so sad. Okay. After Jacques' wife disappeared under mysterious circumstances, he was left raising 3 kids in his enormous mansion. Luna and Hugo are good kids with typical teen problems, but the youngest, Max, is a terrifying force of nature. Will the kids drive Jacques crazy before his eccentric habits and hobbies drive them crazy? Jacques' wife went missing? Is Jacques a murderer? I think Jacques is a murderer. All right, Jacques here, our sketchy murderer. Let's see how they fare. So Luna, Hugo, and Max all have the dark brown hair swatch. I guarantee you they're going to, for some reason, randomize with the gray hair because Jacques is an elder and has the gray hair. I'm going to change it to the dark brown if that happens. If it's Caitlin's hair color, then whatever. We'll just leave it, but I'm just giving you a heads up there. All right, we have Jacques. 1, 2, 3. Caitlin's hair. Perfect. Problem solved. Oh. Those red eyes are a little much. Okay. Profile, definitely Jacques. Lip shape looks like Caitlin's. Eyes look like Caitlin's. Head shape is really tiny. Like itty bitty little head, little noggin. What if I go a little darker? You know, like mysterious disappearance of the other parent in the household. Not that it's her parent because she's made of, you know, Jacques and Caitlin, but still the vibe is very much like spooky, eerie, you know, that's kind of the energy we're going to go with. I just need to find an outfit from Life and Death. Oh, with the red. Yes, to match her eyes. I like it. Jacques Jr. Okay, Jacques Jr. is very fun. I do think that the head is just so tiny, which I don't think his is. I guess it's skinny, but also his pupils are the tiniest things I've ever seen. Luna has a normal shaped head. For some reason, Jacques Jr. just has the smallest head in the world. And that's fine. I don't know where it came from. The chin still exists, though. The profile is still there. Like, there's not a whole lot outside of that is an issue. It's just the skinniest head. I do really like Jacques Jr. Okay, I'm going to hop into a couple households that have my Sims from previously versus my Sims that I made today, so we can kind of look at how the genetics change. And I'll be right back. We're going to start with whatever household I find. It might not be in order from when we did it today, so just bear with me. Don't get mad. Hee hee. Love you. I tried to combine households to make the fewest number of households possible because there's a lot of Sims in Windenburg. So there's a weird combo here. I believe we have Mila, Gunther, Candy, and Jacques in this grouping here. So this is Mila Jr. from today. If we remember, it's a lot of Mila's face with a little bit of Caitlin's eyes. And that's kind of it. That's kind of all she got from Caitlin. But Mila Jr. from the last time I did it had a lot more Caitlin influence. The face shape is a lot of Mila, but the rest of it is all Caitlin. So I think that combination is actually, I mean, this is a beautiful sim. I really, really, really like this sim as well. This is Gunther Jr. from today, very horse girl energy, very squat, like tight face for some reason. And then Gunther from the other time I did it looks a lot more like Gunther. I think this sim is the blue eyes, oof, very beautiful. But definitely Gunther's mouth, Gunther's nose, Caitlin's eyes, maybe even Caitlin's face shape, but it doesn't have the like squat tight face that this Gunther Jr. has. So I don't even know where that came from. I truly just think that's like a random face chin disappearing scenario. So maybe that is something I could have edited. Let me see. If I pull this down a hair, no, I don't think that it really changed that much. I don't know where that chin came from, but still fun. This is Candy Jr. from today, the little like Candy reincarnated kind of vibe. A lot of Candy's features. However, we did have what I think to be Caitlin's eyes and maybe a combo for nose. But this section down here is very Candy. The chin, the jaw, and the mouth is very Candy. This sim from the last time I did it was very much Candy as well, actually. I think those are Candy's eyes, my eye color. Candy's face shape. Lips might be a combo, and Candy's nose. This sim is very Candy, but look at how cute they are. Also horse girl energy. Whereas this sim is very much like Candy, like DJ Candy, other than the traits. And then last, obviously, we just saw Jacques Jr. earlier with the small little head. Sorry, I think I just had hair in my mouth. The small, like tiny little squeezed head a little bit there, but very cute. Has the red eyes like Jacques, but the like big pupils or irises, thank God, because Jacques are creepy. And then we have Jacques Jr. here from the other time. Wow. They look really similar. They both have really tiny heads. They both have the red eyes. That is crazy. I didn't even notice that. They do, other than skin tone slightly different, they look very similar. It's Ello's dinner time, and he's very mad at me for not doing it. I know, sweet boy. You want to be fed? Do you want dinner? I can feed you. Okay. So this is the first grouping of 4. We'll work on the next grouping in a second. But yeah, very interesting. The Jacques look very similar. Very, very similar. I'm very interested by that. The Free Spirits household. So they actually ended up in their own household with the 4 Sims, 2 each time, because I ran out of room in other households. So let's go through them. Mikey, Make, it's fine. This is the one that we made today, Mikey Jr. And before I show you the one from last time, what I really enjoyed about this sim is that it added Caitlin's nose and maybe, I mean, definitely not her lips, but like the face is like the profile is much more like Caitlin, whereas the eyes, the lips, and like the roundness of the face was like Mike. This is the one from the other day, which is literally just Mike, whatever their name is. Just that. It is literally their exact face, just with Caitlin's freckles and eye color. Like this is 100% the exact same profile. Just for comparison's sake, like the two profiles are so vastly different because it is the Caitlin profile, which is so interesting. The combination of genetics are crazy. I really enjoy the like droopy eyes though of this sim, like the way that the eyes kind of like turn down a little bit and are a little bit like wider at the bottom. I really like that. And then today we made the coolest alternative sim that I might have ever made. I don't know why this sim is giving me life right now, but this is Ulrich. I don't know. This sim is so cool. This sim is so cool. I think the mom just has a really cool face shape. I didn't realize this sim existed. The mother, like this Townie. But they have a really cool face shape and the features all combined is really nice. And then this is the same freaking sim. It looks almost the same. And they still had a little bit of like an alternative vibe, but not quite as extreme. But it's very similar to the original sim. I might be tempted to say that this sim makes the best looking genetics. I might be tempted. I don't even know this sim. I've never even had a single idea to have a child with this sim, but they are so cute. Both of their kids. I don't know what it is. They're just so good. I love it. This was the Fire household. We have Dominic, we have Moira, and we have Siobhan, who I am biased against, but look at how stinky cute she is. So our Dominic from today definitely was a lot more Dominic than Caitlin, but definitely Caitlin's eyes. The rest of it is Dominic, like 1000%. Dominic from the other day was a really cool combination, okay? So this face shape is very much Dominic Fires. The eyes are Dominic, but the nose and mouth are Caitlin. And this sim is beautiful. Look at this sim. Like the small, closer together eyes with this hair and like it just the full package. It is really, really cool how to like the genetics change. Plus, I'm loving the like goth energy with the lace. This sim is much more like prissy. Like I think that's a negative connotation term, but if you are understanding, like picking up what I'm putting down, just more like girly maybe is more the word I want to use. But so fun. And then Caitlin's hair color versus Dominic's hair color. I think the darker hair color really, really, really accents the features a lot better on this sim, whereas the lighter hair color just kind of fades into the skin tone. Remember, I had to like cheat the skin tone because the sim came in pale as Caitlin, and I was like, no, we're mixed. We're not doing this. But this is Moira Jr. from today, the one that I kind of like really took a whole lot of Caitlin's face to get the red hair just because selfishly I wanted the red. But Moira Jr. from the other day is a much better combo. And I do really enjoy this sim. This sim has honestly a lot of Moira. Oh, their chin is missing. Fixed it. A lot of Moira with my eye shape, but smaller. The nose looks a lot like mine, but when you look at the profile, it is not my nose, but they definitely are my lips. But this profile is very much Moira. And I think the combination is so cute. Like, what a cutie little baby princess. Like, this sim is so adorable. And I, for some reason, put them in the Sulani outfit. I wonder if they aged or just like randomized with it and I kept it. I don't know. But beach life for sure. Such a little cutie. And then Siobhan, my bias sim. I don't know what it is about Siobhan Fires that I love so much, but this sim is just so cute. All of this face is Siobhan except for the eyes. Oh my God, look at how like the lips are. Oh, they're so good. But then Siobhan from the other day is also absolutely stunning. However, this Siobhan has Caitlin's eyes, Caitlin's nose, and Caitlin's face shape with Siobhan's lips, but also the eye spacing is more like Siobhan than like Caitlin. Caitlin's are much more wide, which the other day I was looking at my own face and I was like, my eyes are not that wide set, but I already have this sim uploaded and I'm not going to change them, but I clearly messed up on that. But this is Siobhan Jr. I don't know. Did I not finish their outfit? This is like such a random outfit. What was I doing? I have no idea. Anyways, this sim is very beautiful. Siobhan makes some of the best looking sims as well. And I didn't know that sim existed either. That seems to be a trend for all of Windenburg though. So I don't think I can really use that, right? Like maybe take it with a grain of salt. But either way, I think we only have one household left to check out. So let's go see. Yeah. So we did this one already. This is the other one. Party house will be last. We have Bjorn, Clara, Joaquin, and Sergio in this round. So this is Bjorn from today. Really just Bjorn's face with Caitlin's eyes. Like that is Caitlin's eye shape. The color is actually Bjorn's. Just straight up Bjorn. But the Bjorn Jr. of the other day had a much better mix of genetics here. So we actually, when I say mix of genetics, it seems like the only thing that changed is the eyes. Literally just Bjorn's eye shape. So this sim was a lot more Caitlin with a little bit of Bjorn, whereas this sim is a lot of Bjorn with a little bit of Caitlin, which I do really enjoy that. I think that it's really fun to look at the changes that can do to a sim. Clara Jr., I made her very like clueless posh on accident. Well, on purpose, but kind of on accident when I randomly picked this jacket. This sim is very much Clara. Clara with Caitlin's eye shape and maybe Caitlin's lips. Maybe, but really the sim is a lot of Clara. And then Clara Jr. from the other day is, I think, just Caitlin with Clara's eye color and eye spacing. I don't even know. This sim looks so much like Caitlin. It's so funny how like you add just a slight shift of a nose or something and it just fully changes the entire face. It's so cute. This sim is also so like icky skinny, and I don't love that. I don't love when The Sims does that, like I said earlier, but that is the case. Hoaquin Jr. here is all Hoaquin with Caitlin's eyes again, and Caitlin's nose actually. So it's just lips and like jaw structure is all Hoaquin, whereas like this section here is all Caitlin. And then the Hoaquin of the other day, I did remember this sim was so cool. They were like so fit and fun, but they have a lot of Caitlin's features. But what I find interesting is I also think that this might be Hoaquin's jaw. Like this is definitely Hoaquin's profile and Hoaquin's eyes. So I don't know where this like really square jaw kind of came from. I think I said that when I was making it. I don't really remember. I know it was only like 15 minutes ago, but still. It's very interesting how square this jaw is compared to Hoaquin Jr.'s because I don't think this is Caitlin's face shape, but it might be. I might just be wrong. But look at how cute this sim is. Like how precious. So many of the sims from the other day had a lot of Caitlin with just the eyes changing, whereas this round, when I did it today, had a lot of the other face with just Caitlin's eyes, which is so interesting. And the same can be true for Sergio. Sergio is all Sergio except for Caitlin's eyes, right? And then you look at this sim, and it's all Caitlin except for Sergio's. I really think out of this grouping that the best sim is Hoaquin Jr., but Clara Jr. can make a really cute sim too. Or Clara Bjorgensen can make a really cute sim. But so far, I really like Ulrich, and Siobhan. But last but certainly not least, we have Party House. And Party House has a lot of cool sims, a lot of cool genetics all working together here. This is Eva Jr., which again, just like the other one, all Eva except for like the eyes. I do think this might actually be my nose. No, Eva's nose is pretty straight. I don't remember, but either way, the lips and the face shape are very much Eva with Caitlin's eye shape, and the color must be from Eva as well. And then the Eva Jr. from last time, which is the profile, very much Eva. But the cheekbones, I think, are Caitlin with the eye shape as well. Jade Jr. was my favorite of the bunch this time around. Something about her was so freaking cute. Definitely a very strong profile again. Like I was saying when I was making these sims, it seems to be that when the Sims team created the Windenburg Townies, they definitely went for more of that like really strong profile and pulling the face out further. I feel like a lot of the sims now are just much more like flat here. But this is Jade Jr. And then this is Jade Jr. from the other day, which has a lot more of Jade's features. The lips, the nose, still the same profile, the chin with Caitlin's eyes. But they still look pretty similar. Like if you were to see these two sims near each other, you'd believe they were sisters, you know? Like totally, 100%. Then we have Marcus here, Marcus Jr. from today, which was all Marcus with, I mean, I think this shape of lip is mine. The eye color is mine. Maybe the jaw structure. But other than that, it's a lot of Marcus. And then this is Marcus from the other day, which is a lot of Marcus again, but just in a totally different way, you know? Like the eye shape and the lips are the same, but not the same because Marcus Jr. before had Marcus's eyes, but it has Caitlin's eyes. But, you know, like the inset, the deep set eyes, the nose shape, it's really pulled up high though, like high. That also seems to be a trend for these Windenburg Townies is that their nose is like really high up on their face. And it's just so interesting how different these two sims look when it's the same two parents, you know? And then last but certainly not least, we have Paolo Jr., who who I think is so cute. I love the really square chin, the really square jaw. I really am enjoying that. I like the fact that this sim has like a really unique profile with the really deep set eyes. This sim is like straight Paolo though. My lips, that's all I brought to the table, plus freckles and hair color. But the Paolo Jr. from the other day was a huge success story when it came to combining genetics, right? I do think this is Caitlin's face shape, Caitlin's lips, and not Caitlin's nose though. So that must be Paolo's nose. Is it the same nose? A little bit less strong on the bridge, but yes, very similar nose. But then Paolo's eyes and hair color, like the deep set eyes, this sim is beautiful. And I think Paolo makes some really good sims, which is why I think people choose him so often when they have to pick a sim to like start a legacy with or start a let's play with to make babies or something. I think that's why they choose Paolo. He makes great sims. So if I were to rank them, I think the upset of the century is that I think I have to put Ulrich, whatever her name is, the one from Free Spirits with the black hair, the artist. She's my top of Windenburg, which I didn't expect. Like top, iconic, top notch, right? That is my number one. Number two would be Siobhan, and I think number three would be Paolo. With Joaquin, like coming real close though. I do really like the Joaquin sims. I do really like the Jade sims. I think those are some good honorable mentions. Clara is a good honorable mention, but I wish I could say these names right. And I'm so sorry. It's probably pissing so many of you off this entire video. But they're number one, Siobhan number two, Paolo number three. Which is nuts. But thank you so much for doing this with me. I am going to have to like get rid of all these sims because you can't actually have that many in your managed households. Thanks for sticking with me through this entire video. Windenburg is a huge world with a lot of townies, so there was a lot that we had to do today, but I had a great time. And next up in our adventure here is going to be San Myshuno, which a lot of those sims I actually don't really know either. And there are a lot of townies in San Myshuno because of all the different apartments. There are quite a few townies. So we're going to have a lot of stuff to do in this one as well. Be a longer one for sure. But I hope you're excited because I sure am. I am really excited to do some of these townies for San Myshuno, and I've had a great time so far, so I hope you all did too. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, week, month, or year, and I will see you next time for our Townie Genetic Challenge. Bye, my loves.